Do you want to intro or do me?
I'll intro. You did the last one. Don't want all the attention on you. Yeah. Did the last two?
I think you did the intro for that. Oh wait, no, you did the intro last time.
No, well I'm centre of attention, so.
No. Hello everyone.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Cancel Podcast, episode 5. Today you're joined by me, big hippopotamus, and my skinny friend. Go on, you do the rest of it. I'll let you. I'll let the peasant.
No, I want you to describe. I want you to describe what I am. You're a hippopotamus. What am I? Tell me what I am.
A pangolin.
A pangolin. I'm a fucking pangolin.
You do look a bit like
Anyway, shut up. Welcome back to the Cancel Podcast. I'm doing the intro now. Fuck this. It's episode 5. Or is it episode 6? Episode 5, isn't it?
Oh, I want to do the intro even though I don't even know what episode we're on because I'm
don't even know what episode
dumb.
we're on. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. We know everyone's going through an awful time right now, so this is why we're doing 2 different screens instead of Mr.
Just bangs my second name. Right. Fucking 1 minute in to the podcast episode, my legal name.
Should we try that again? Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cancel Podcast with me, Giraffe, and Mr. Bradley Banter. How you doing, mate?
Hello.
You alright?
How are you? Yeah, I'm not too bad.
Fantastic, mate. So we had a proper chat actually before we started this, have we? We kind of just jumped in a call, wrote some notes down, and then we've just started to click record.
We've been on a call for about 90 minutes. We just don't speak to each other unless we're doing the podcast. We don't. This is the thing. Me and Connor don't particularly get on. We don't really like each other. You see, Connor's best friend is someone called Ollie FK. It's not even me. So you know. Welcome back to another podcast episode. As you can see, we are at different locations. The reason why is because Big Boris Johnson has grounded us all. Can't even speak. Big Boris Johnson has grounded us all. We're all on fucking lockdown, even though you still got some muppets going out with the kids to fucking Dove Stones near me. A big fucking reservoir, mate. It fucking had its it had its biggest fucking weekend last weekend in like a year. Its biggest fucking weekend.
Mate. When I was driving past the park yesterday with my mum, there was like literally about 100 people on the park, mate. Just like groups of fucking chavs and just people with the kids. I'm like, what the fuck is actually wrong with people? Like,
weird cunts, mate. Fucking thick bastards. Do you think the fucking Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, along with all these other fucking world leaders, are going to sit in front of their fucking, like a World War II style fucking event, like sit in front and beg people not to go outside and issue fines?
That literally is what it is.
Issue fucking fines if you go outside and you think it's just a bank holiday. Are you, you know what I mean? It's one of them.
Fucked, mate. I mean, you gotta put it into like a perspective of if you was a parent and you are letting your child fucking literally go outside while there's a fucking global pandemic. It's like,
you're putting your fucking...
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, get your kids the vitamin D and that. Take them out and that. Get them the vitamin D.
Take them into the fucking garden. Don't fucking take them out to a local park.
Or on a fucking walk on your own, like you're supposed to do. Fucking distance once a day. Not taking them into a park where they're fucking playing on metal and playing on like. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, let's put our fucking. Okay, maybe your kids will be a bit fucking happier with you. But you're literally putting them in danger. You are literally putting your children in danger. It's not a fucking bank holiday where everyone's getting paid. I mean, most of these people they're just all fucking single mothers, aren't they? That just get money off the state anyway. So
I mean,
makes no difference to them.
Boris Johnson's doing a good job, but his statement where he was like, "You can only go outside if you're going for food or medical supplies, or if you want to go out for a quick run."
Yeah.
That has not helped it at all. That should not have been said. Do you know what I mean? Because then people are still going to go outside.
He should have been a lot clearer. He should have been so much clearer. Like, you can go out.
What? If a copper comes up to you and goes, "Why are you outside?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm fucking exercising, mate."
Exactly. And it's
what are you going to say? The Prime Minister said I'm allowed to. What are you going to do? You're going to stop me?
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas if they're actually not going to the shop or anything, you know what I mean?
You know what Spain and Italy have done? So obviously they're saying like, if we were to stop people going out altogether for like their exercise, it can cause even more health problems. So it sort of defeats the purpose. So that's why they're saying it. But what Spain and Italy did was they said, right, you can go out for your exercise once a day, but you've got to be within like fucking 3 streets of your own house or something like that, right? So if the police do stop you and say, oh blah blah, why are you out? You can say you're out for your exercise, but then you've got to tell them where you live. And then and then if they find out that you're fucking the next town over and you're just taking a piss, you get fucking in serious trouble. They're even fucking arresting people in Italy for it.
I swear.
And that's why Italy's curve is starting to balance out now, I think. Because, I mean, many people have got it there, but it's starting to slowly, I think, balance out because they've been very tough with it.
I think Spain's got worse than Italy, though, I think. Because I'm seeing, like, when you go into coronavirus updates and stuff, it's literally all about Spain instead of Italy now, because Italy's just locked off complete down.
Because Spain is
We're not really hearing about it.
Spain is on that rise that Italy was on like 2 weeks ago. So obviously when we last recorded the podcast, when Italy was fucking mad, Spain's at that level now, whereas Italy's sort of, as long as Spain are doing the right things, which it seems like they are as well, they're being very strict, they'll get there as well, but it gets fucking so bad before it evens out, like the fucking, like the way the people getting it and the way the people dying and shit. And with Italy as well, it's fucking awful because they've got an older population. So they've got because like the average age of someone in Italy is like late 40s, I think. Whereas in the rest of the world, it's like late 20s, early 30s. That's the average age of a population. Yeah. Because they've got like one of the oldest average populations in the world. Obviously, old people
more effective. Yeah.
Old people are more like I can't speak. Old people are more likely to die from it. So it's just it's fucked. You know what I mean? So they literally needed to do what they did in order to protect their fucking population because it was always bound to affect them much more. But yeah, Boris has put us on a fucking lockdown, which is a bit, I mean, it is mad. You know what I mean?
It's always going to come though, like, I think the cases around the world now just confirmed is like 500,000, which, if we actually think about how many people will have it and haven't been tested, we're talking, I reckon, tens of millions, mate. More.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I reckon even close to like hundreds of millions, you know what I mean? Like, it's fucking ridiculous, like, and the fact,
maybe
I can't stop
not
talking
that.
about the fact,
maybe not that level.
That, I mean, I don't know. Well, maybe not hundreds of millions.
Yeah,
but
tens of millions. I'd say so. Yeah.
That's like, I think that's like quite a low average as well, to be honest, if you're thinking about it. But I can't get out my head just that statement of you're allowed to go out for food, medical supplies, or exercise. What is the point in having a lockdown? It doesn't make any sense. You're not allowed to go outside unless you do three things which allow you to go outside.
People have took the piss, and the police as well, which is a bit fucking stupid. I don't know if you've heard this, but a lot of the high commissioners and that, and the tops of like all these police forces have basically came out publicly and said, we're going to be quite relaxed on the rules. We probably won't fine you. We'll just try and move you on your way. Right. Well, if people know they're going to go out and they're not going to get fined.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just going to get a telling off. Nobody's going to care. We are adults. We don't care about if someone tells us off. Right. we are adults. Like, if a police officer comes up to me and says, if you stay outside, I'm going to shout at you, I'll say, oh, fuck it. Just shut the fuck up, you fucking big fat pig.
That's the thing.
You know what I mean?
We are British. We are the worst population in the entire world to be told to do something. We
think that everything else doesn't apply to us. Because we're so used to this.
Literally.
We're so used to this sort of like free sort of living. We just think that, oh yeah, that's happening there. But, I mean...
It's not going to happen to us, so it's alright.
It's not going to happen to us. We're literally worse in China. We are worse in China. We're like the fifth, something like that, worst country for deaths. We got like the fifth, sixth, or seventh most deaths out of any country, right? And it's fucking rising like fuck by the day. So they've calculated it, right? Our death rate has gone up faster than Italy's did. So from like the second day of it of
it's fucking scary, mate, because they get into like 1,000 a day, weren't they, at one point? I think they still are.
Yeah, so
imagine 1,000 people a day. Oh, bro, man, scary.
From the second day of us being fucking told that we've got a confirmed case in the UK, it took 30 days for it to go up to like 1,000 cases. Now in Italy, from the first day they had a confirmed case, in 30 days they only went up to 700. So what we're seeing there is the UK. We're literally, it's growing for us faster than it did in Italy. We're getting it worse. We will get it worse. And this is what people aren't understanding. We are very lucky. I think the government, obviously, but I think the government know that if they do a complete fucking shutdown as well, because we're so thick in the head and because we think it doesn't apply to us and we're so selfish as a fucking nation, really, as people, they know that if they just do a complete lockdown like they've done in Spain and Italy, we'll riot, and we will. Well, not
literally.
Like as people, there's already riots going on. People have burnt fucking food delivery vans. People have not only looted, but then burnt the food delivery vans so that they can't deliver to fucking people, just to be sociopathic cunts. You know what I mean? There's some horrible, twisted people in this fucking country. I'm telling you, some horrible, twisted little vermin in this. Imagine looting fucking shops and that, when there's literally a pandemic going on, and that's people's businesses, and everyone's on the right, everyone's being affected by this. The thing is,
they're doing it as if like supermarkets are going to close down. They're literally not. If supermarkets close down, the country will literally die, because everyone will just starve.
What do you mean?
Because you see all the amount of people that are going and shopping and panic buying and stuff like that. Mate, I live literally next to Aldi. And the queues I've seen in the past few weeks have been abysmal, mate. Abysmal. And you've seen the videos on YouTube and fucking Facebook of people, like, literally mass hoarding, like, Tesco's and stuff like that. That is literally going to kill you all. That will kill you all.
You can literally see outside of your fucking... I mean, has it calmed down now? Has it calmed down a bit now? It's calmed down now.
I mean, at one point...
Just a few days ago?
Yeah, literally. I mean, I can literally see the front door of Aldi from here, and they had like 4 security guards like on the front door.
Because every morning they had like 200 people lining up right round Connor's fucking block. I broke cut. My phone overheated because I had my fucking blind. I had my fucking blind open, and the fucking sun was shining on it whilst these fucking lights are shining on it. So my phone was literally almost on fire. So it was just like, yeah. You need to cool your phone down before you can fucking use it, you dumb cunt.
Connor, my phone's on fire. My phone's on fire. It's literally in his hand. It's not on fire, Brad. It's just warm. It's on fire. No,
I don't know why I said my phone's on fire.
I'm just looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? Shut up, you weirdo.
I think I went a bit west.
Anyway. Talking about being vulnerable. I
was just saying, you're more vulnerable when you're queuing up in a fucking big shop. I can understand why people are doing it. Right, because
obviously,
because especially after Boris Johnson's message on Monday, I could understand it more from that point, because obviously you've got literally the Prime Minister telling us all that he doesn't really want us leaving our houses. It's not safe for us to leave our houses. Try and go once a week. So obviously that's going to fucking have an effect on supermarkets. People are going to try and stockpile. But
yeah, exactly.
Before this happened, people who were stockpiling, I think they were just being, you know how people were stockpiling for literally 3 weeks on end.
Yeah.
Before this announcement even happened, people were just. I can understand it more now. But
yeah, I mean the thing is, right? There's a lot of people that are like, they're like, why do you think about everyone else and like all this? If you are literally trying to provide, say you have a fucking family of 5, you have 4 kids, I have fucking 3 kids, I don't fucking know.
You are going to put them above other people.
You actually have to. Realistically, I know if I had children, I'd put them before fucking anyone. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if fucking Maureen 2 blocks down can't survive. It's not my fucking problem. My kids are alright, so that's fine. Which might be a nasty thing to say, but like
you could understand that attitude. That's what I mean. Like it's
exactly,
a very fucking. It's a weird one because I've got 2 very conflicting opinions. Like I just said,
same.
I still think the same about the crowd thing, because that's just defeat. Are you all right, mate? So yeah.
What the fuck? That was in my fucking orange juice.
What is it? A tooth?
Piece of plastic. Yeah, a tooth. My fucking tooth just fell out of
Someone's
my glass.
fucking tooth in your orange juice, in your Tropicana. No, like it's a weird one because, like I say, you know, I've got these two very strong conflicting opinions because you've got that side of it. Like obviously, I can understand people wanting to provide for the families. I'm literally moving heaven and earth just to make sure the house is stocked for Shell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Which we'll move on to in a bit. Shell hasn't been well. We will move on to in a bit. It's a bit mad. Mad that we
She's
have
dying.
yeah,
She's dead.
She's pretty much dead. But yeah, no. So I can understand it, but also like if you are queuing up with 300 different people, I mean, fair enough. You're going to have your food, but you could then get coronavirus anyway, and it just defeats the purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a weird one.
Give it to your children.
It's a mindfuck, innit? It is a mindfuck because it's a strange one. But I mean, really. You should be avoiding queues. You should be avoiding queues.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
I mean, the pound shop down there, they have like a metre queue between each person, and they're only allowed in two people in a group at the same time.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Right, Aldi just like fucking everyone in, mate. They're like, everyone just come in. Start queuing outside. It's like, what the fuck? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
So
I mean, I went to shop the other day. Well, I've been twice this week. Well, this week and last week. The first time I went in. No chicken, no meat on the shelves, literally empty. No bread, nothing, mate. I was just like, what the actual fuck? Like, I think they closed at like 7 p.m. as well because they just ran out of everything. And I think it was the same last night. But I went the other day at like 2 p.m. and everything was still there. So I don't know whether...
How'd they get their stock refilled on Thursdays and Sundays, apparently? So
I mean, right now it won't be that. It'll be fucking every day, mate. Do you know what I mean?
That's what it says on the website. They say they're getting it refilled Thursdays and Sundays. I think usually they do it every week, but they're doing it twice a week now, apparently. But I don't know. I know there's a lot of other supermarkets who are getting deliveries every single fucking day though. But
places like Asda, like the big Tesco's.
It is a bit mad. I mean, you know, just temporarily moving on from the fucking. From the shopping side of it, but we will move back to that in a bit because there's so much to talk about when it comes to this. I don't want to bore people in it because it's all this is what people's lives are, so we don't really need to tell them. You know what I mean? We don't need to tell them.
I'm gonna say I feel like every episode
what's going on in their life.
Over,
every
episode until it's over, we're gonna have to talk about it because something new is happening every single week. Because
it's gone from like each podcast episode, it's been going like that, and it's just jumped like that because
literally.
When we recorded last one, that was when we knew it was getting bad, and that was when we even thought, right, this might be the last time we're fucking recording in your flat together, which obviously it is now for obvious reasons and reasons that we'll get onto in a bit. But I mean, what was weird looking back on that episode is when we recorded, the amount of people who had coronavirus confirmed in the UK was 550. Right?
Now it's like 10,000, isn't it?
10,000 confirmed, 500 deaths, mate. That the amount of confirmed cases has now gone to deaths. That's how many people have died.
Oh, mate, it's mad. It's mad. Like, and I was still insisting that you came over and recorded with me. I was like, you'll be fine.
Yeah, this guy was still like, oh, mate, do we have to do this format? Why? Just come over, get an Uber home. In fact, I'm like, are you dumb, Connor? What do you mean? And,
I'm just thinking about the quality, man. Just thinking about the production.
Yeah.
Okay, if you die.
Yeah, exactly. Put that above me dying and you die as well. Because if I caught someone on the train en route to Leeds, I'd give it to you. Well, I got in your flat.
I'm healthy. I'm a healthy man. I'd fire off. I die next week of coronavirus.
I mean, mate,
we roll back to this clip of me saying I'm fine.
It can stay in your system without symptoms for 14 days before it actually shows up. You might have it right now. You might be a carrier.
Oh.
They call it a carrier. So, Shelley has coronavirus.
We don't know if she's got coronavirus. She's got the symptoms of it, but we don't know.
She's not had a test because she's not fucking rich. You know what I mean? She's not got 10 million quid
exactly,
and is a member of the royal family. So she's not had a test. She's had almost every single symptom apart from fever, but she has been getting like horrendous.
Has she had the high temperature as well?
She's been getting hot sweats at night, so she wakes up drenched, mate. She wakes up literally in a pool of sweat. She's had every single symptom. She's been struggling to breathe. She feels like she's over the worst of it now. She's getting better day by day, but she's been bad for about 2 weeks, and she's starting to get better and better. Like the last maybe 2 days, she's actually started getting better. 2.5, 3 days, something like that. But so yeah, it's been fucking mad. Like I say, we don't know for definite, but she. You know, she's been told to self-isolate, obviously, because of her symptoms.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been coming in different form. I mean, they're now saying that it affects people in different ways, and something that happened with my mum, mate, last week when she was like in sort of like nearing the peak of it, was her lips went about 8 times the size, mate.
Oh,
they were like,
I remember
fucking that, mate. It was weird. She looked like fucking Homer Simpson, mate, with a big swollen lip. Like it was fucking mad. She looked
lip fillers going
she
on.
looked like she had lip fillers 10 times in a day. It was, mate. Her lips were literally like that. It was fucking mental. And no, mate, she was panicking though.
I know, I'm laughing. I'm just laughing, but she could fucking die. You know what I mean?
She
still laughing about it.
So what's scary about it to me is a lot of live accounts, like people who've been documenting, you know, their coronavirus experience, is they get it bad, then they get better, then a new wave comes,
and then
they get better, then it gets even worse. So she's had that twice. She's had it where she's been bad, got better, then got so much worse it's floored her for like a week, and now she's getting better again.
When it first came out, was she still working?
No. As soon as she was getting like the symptoms, I was like, you're not going to work.
Yeah, but I mean, before like.
Yeah,
I mean, when coronavirus first became a thing.
She was working 2 weeks ago. This is why she thinks she had it as well, because someone in her work, while she was still working like 2 weeks ago, maybe a bit more than that now, was sent home because they had violent symptoms of it. Like, I don't know if they didn't get tested right away, but I'm pretty sure by now they probably would have done. I'll have to ask Shell for an update on that, but. We're pretty sure that person had coronavirus. It was next to Shelley's bench, so they got benches like their individual workstation. She works in like a textile factory. She makes like the cotton that goes in like airbags and shit like that. And basically they got their own like work benches. This woman's was next to Shell's, but it's literally like just from here to fucking there. You know what I mean? It's not far at all. And this woman as well was showing my mum something on her phone. So my mum had ordered this woman's phone. That's a worse way to spread it. Phones, because we're constantly using our phones.
I want to say, yeah.
Coughing, blah blah. That is a worse way. That's why everyone's saying disinfect your phone now, blah blah. But really, just don't let anyone else touch your phone. You know what I mean? But yeah. So that's how she thinks if she's got it, that's how she thinks she got it. But they say it's usually quite a fairly long the virus doesn't show up straight away. It's usually like at least a week to 14 days.
See, that's scary, innit, when you think
of like an incubation period.
Something that could be fucking literally killing you. You've got no ideas in your body.
Yeah.
It's fucking scary. It's literally like a fucking silent murder. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's mad.
So weird.
So you know, like that's a bit mad. But Shell didn't really have that incubation period. She didn't really have it where it went. It didn't show. She sort of got the first symptoms like 2 days after this encounter with this woman. So, you know, it makes you think. I mean, I don't know, but like
maybe it was just a flu. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. Like any person who gets ill now, or like literally just a cold, it's like blown up so much because of the fucking scares. Like you could literally have a cough and be like, I'm fucking dying.
Exactly. That's why.
But you could just have a cough, you know what I mean?
That's why it's so important to test everyone. Like, get testing done, you know what I mean? So that people actually know.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot more to it than just saying that, because obviously the amount of people in the UK and the amount of test kits you'd need, fucking matter.
But
I think it'd take weeks.
But America's got it fucking sorted now. They're fucking testing everyone that comes in for a test gets a test now. They've fucking moved mountains to do it. They put money into it, mate. We are a very rich country. We have a lot of fucking influence on the world stage as well. We can take out a lot of fucking debt. Our GDP is still mad compared to many other countries. Like, we are in a good position to look after everyone, and that's why a lot of people are getting 80% of their wages paid, because we can do that. But it's just sort of like
Yeah.
get your fucking priorities in order as well, because if you're testing a lot of people, and then we find out that people are off work, like Shelley, who just have the flu and they've not got like the coronavirus, that we can put them back into the workforce so that we can keep the country moving. So if you test everyone, we don't need, we'll actually know how many people have it. We'll know who has it. We'll know who definitely has it and that. But we'll know who doesn't have it, and we'll know that these people can get back into work and fucking keep the country moving instead of having fucking 15 million people off work at a time. You know what I mean?
Well,
so
you saw a fucking plane flying over the fucking Ashton the other day, didn't you? What the fuck's that all about? Why is the fucking planes still being flown? Like, where has that come from? Why are people still coming into the country or leaving the country?
It's like, mostly something called repatriation flights. So they're getting people who have been away back home, because basically what
do you reckon? Do you reckon they're testing them and shit when they land? I reckon they don't.
No.
I reckon they're not.
No.
I reckon they're just taking them up, bringing them back from a country, and then just fucking letting them get on with their lives.
They weren't doing that even when Italy peaked a few weeks ago. People were flying back to Italy and like they were documenting it. They're like, "Oh yeah, I've just come back from Milan, which was the epicenter city. I've just come back from Milan into Manchester Airport, and there's no checks. We're just going right through."
Yeah, I mean, one of my friends, he was in Italy when this first started. Like when it just started, he was coming back as soon as it was just started, and he got tested for it.
Oh really?
Yeah, and obviously tested negative. But so I don't know. Maybe people are being tested. I just remembered that in the back of my head then. But he got tested.
Well,
so maybe people who have actually been like on holiday to these places are getting tested. But I don't know. I just think
whether
as soon as they get off the plane, do you know what I mean?
Whether they're just testing a few people and not testing everyone, I don't know, because they don't have enough. But
it's just fucking dumb. It's so stupid. Like,
moving back to Shelley a sec though, she's had it the worst it's ever been, like the worst flu she's ever had. She literally turned around to me yesterday, and this is obviously, like I say, she's feeling better now. So she just went to me, I feel like I can tell you this now, but I felt like I just wanted to die the last fucking 4 days. I literally, it was so bad, and I wasn't letting it on, and I could tell she was doing this as well. It fucking annoys me. She fucking was so really bad, but she was putting a positive spin on it. I'm like, I'm not a child. I'm a fucking 20-year-old man with my own business, with my own fucking life. You know what I mean? Don't give me this fucking false positive shit.
Yeah, but that's just natural instinct, though. It's just any parent would do that.
Yeah,
like,
but
you know what I mean. You got to understand that.
Yeah, but
so I understand why she would do that. It makes sense. You know what I mean? I would expect my mum to do the same, to give me a positive mindset that our mum is literally dying.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? I'm literally.
But also if you know she's doing it, it's just like.
Yeah, it's just. I'm not. I can see through you. I'm not fucking stupid. Like, as well, I'm taking over a majority of the bills right now. And that.
Well, pretty much all of it, yeah.
Yeah, but by choice, because Shell at the moment. I don't know if many people know this. You probably do from fucking own experience. But this 80% wage thing, a lot of companies have to wait like a month until they can pay it you.
Yeah, I'm not getting mine to the end of April.
Shell currently is on sick pay. Shell is on sick pay, which is about £90 a week, and that isn't covering rent. That isn't covering rent's more than that a week. You know what I mean? Shell. Yeah. So I mean I already pay a portion of the bills. It works out something like 60-40 normally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
well,
I
80-20 now.
It's probably even more than that, mate. Because I'm getting
say,
all the food. I'm getting everything. I'm getting fucking everything. So and I don't mind doing that. But it is, when I'm doing all of that, I'm in a position where I'm literally the basically right now the sole provider of this entire house, right? So tell me what's going on with you. Fucking keep me in the loop. You know what I mean?
I can understand that.
You know what I mean?
I can understand that.
If I'm going to fucking pay for you to live, as my mother, just tell me what's going on with you. But yeah, she obviously I can understand why though. I think with my mum a lot of the time she don't want to scare herself, so she don't want to fucking shit herself up as well.
Some people are like that though. Like I know if I'm poorly, like the other week when I went into work, even though I shouldn't have gone into work, I still made out that was fine, because I've tried to convince myself that I'm all right, so then I could go in and fucking do things and look after myself. But like, I know, like my mum. I feel like my mum and your mum are completely different people in that sort of sense of when my mum's poorly, the entire world has to know about it.
Oh, really?
And if she's watching this, she's gonna be really pissed off. But it's true. Like I always get called a drama queen for it, but it's also like my mum is the fucking worst person on the planet. She'll have a cough and she's like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna survive this. Oh, I need to take a few weeks off work. Whereas your mum is just like, oh, I'm alright, yeah, fucking,
Mate,
I'm fine. You know what I
Shelley
mean?
will have a leg half off her body, trailing it around.
I can still walk. I have to work.
Blood
You know?
pouring out of her leg, and she'll be like, right, well, I've got to go GP anyway. I get a sick note. No, Shell, your leg is literally dragging behind you by the bone.
Put a plaster on it, it'll be fine. Just put a plaster on it.
Literally, mate, it's fucking. It's a fucking fantastic attitude that she has. She's a fucking grafter. As is your mum as well. Your mum's a grafter as well. But like, it's a mad mental attitude she has. But it's also like, you've got to recognise when you need to take. You can't fucking overdo it because you'll fucking end up killing yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, literally.
So there's got to be a balance between the two extremes. I feel like. But yeah, no, with fucking. I mean, she's literally talking about when she's off back into work. I'm like, I will sort everything. You don't need to go back into work. Don't. Yeah, but like, don't be. She's not doing it because of your reason. No, you like need to be in work to keep yourself. But like you don't like being off work. She don't mind it 'cause she works at a factory. It's a different sort of job. You know what I mean? She don't like the job. But,
I mean, to be fair, you both lucky in that sort of sense because like, if we look at you two and then we look at like my brother and my mum, my brother's on minimum wage. My mum's not far off minimum wage either. So they're kind of fucked. But my mum's getting full pay and that, so she's all right. Whereas with you and Shell's not really on a good wage either.
Shell's on like what your mum's on pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. But she's also lucky because she's got you, and you can rack up fucking $1,000 in a week without even trying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So realistically, like, and I think we've said this to her already. Like, she doesn't have to be worrying about stuff like that because you will happily sort that out. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just how you are. It's not like you're gonna fucking take all the money for yourself. Like you even said to me, like you're literally planning on just making loads of money and saving it by in case this does get worse. Because some people are thinking this is going to carry on until like September.
And in case I start getting symptoms as well, I'm fucking
exactly, mate. I mean, you are living with someone who's fucking literally
who thinks she's got it. Yeah, I've had a very This is what I wanted to move on to as well. Some people have had this virus. What's it called? Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Some people like him, like very, very like youngish, healthy people, have had it and not even shown symptoms, but I've still tested positive, and they've just been carriers of it. So I've been living. My mum's, in fairness, she's been disinfecting everything she touches. She's so conscious of it. But when you're living with someone in a 2-bedroom house,
it's very hard
with like one shower and shit like that. You are going to probably get it off the person. You probably are. Now I've had a persistent cough for a while now. I've said it in another podcast. I've had a cough, sort of for a long time now. I've had quite a. I probably should have. I'm not going to the doctors anytime soon because all this is going on. I'm not going to go for my fucking little cough. But obviously, when this all calms down, I will get it checked out. But I've had a cough for a long time before all of this happened.
I'm gonna say you always have a cough anyway.
But my cough's got a bit like more persistent and continuous lately, and you know it gets you thinking, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Especially with the circumstance. Like I've not been out since all this has happened. I mean I'm self-isolating as well. You know, as much as I can. Eventually I will have to go out to get fucking shopping because nowhere is delivering groceries whatsoever. So yeah, like when shit runs out, I will have to go out. I'll have to wrap a scarf over my head and that because I've got to feed.
Luckily you only live down the road from Asda. Do you know what I mean? So it's not.
But
fucking travel.
But. Yeah. But the problem. I mean, I don't drive first of all, and the problem is as well that I'm in a situation where I could have it potentially. You know what I mean? Touch wood, I fucking don't. But I could have it, and I don't actually want to be passing that on to people, obviously. But if I need to go out to get food to make sure fucking my mum is fed and I'm fed and the house is stocked up with things we need, like you said before, you're gonna put your family first. I need to.
Exactly, mate.
You know what I mean? And I need to do that. And And if it just means I'll try my best to wrap up, I'll put a mask on, I'll put a fucking scarf around me, I'll put gloves on, I will do that as well. But I eventually, when shit runs out, and I am going to leave it till the last minute, but when shit comes out, fucking runs out, I'm going to have to go to the fucking shops and that and get shit, even though I could be carrying coronavirus.
That's the thing, like, I think when this first started, a lot of people, especially our age, a lot of people were like, yeah, well, there's only fucking old people dying. I think we said in the first episode, or even the second one, like, we're not that bothered because people our age aren't dying from it. But now there's so many people
I'm still not bothered in that sense because I'm quite confident in my own body. You know what I mean?
But you can't decide that though.
Of course.
I think the first youngest death recorded was like a 20-year-old football coach, which if he's a football coach, is a very healthy lad. You know what I mean? And he's fucking died from it, which, like, you know what I mean? It shows that anyone can fucking get it and die from it.
Yeah.
Which is the scary thing now. I mean, like we said, like I just said then, when we talked about it a few weeks ago, fuck me, I didn't give a fuck. I was like, until people start getting it around me, I don't care. But now people are fucking dying every single day. Literally hundreds of people dying a day. It's like, oh,
it's getting to that level now. Yeah.
But I'm still not going to walk around with a shitty mask on, do you know what I mean? What the fuck is a mask going to do? A fucking little paper mask?
Yeah, Shell's bought some. I'm like,
man? You look like a twat for a start.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you'd be going around with a scarf wrapped around you, hadn't you?
Yeah, a fucking literal scarf. Where is it? Like, that's going to do more protection than a fucking
little
literal
paper fucking mask.
Oh, I like it, actually. I'm keeping it on.
You're indoors. What is wrong with you?
I know, but I like my scarf.
Are you fucking
it
west?
Keeps me nice and warm.
Right, okay.
It's nice and colourful. Anyway.
What I was going to say was, obviously, grocery places, food shopping places, their delivery slots have been took up. Now, Sainsbury's is doing this thing where they're only allowing people like pensioners, people vulnerable, or people who have to self-isolate to get deliveries.
Ridiculous, mate.
So this is what this is a thing. I think that's a good thing. I think. I mean,
I understand the self-isolation bit. That makes sense. But
so
like pensions and stuff.
Because they have limited delivery slots, they're only letting pensioners, vulnerable people, and people who are self-isolating, so people who shouldn't be going out, get delivery slots. Whereas everyone else who's healthy, I heard you
say that differently when you first said that.
Everyone else who's healthy is they're basically saying come in store so that we've got more delivery slots available for these people who can't go out.
Yeah, I think I heard you say that sentence wrong actually when you first said it. Yeah. That makes more sense to be fair.
This is but Sainsbury's is really the only people doing this. Everywhere else is still just letting delivery slots go first come first serve. Now I'm thinking, right, me, someone who is currently self-isolating because someone in my house has bad symptoms, surely I should be in a position where I can order groceries so that I don't go out, because me going out doesn't actually affect me. You know what I mean? If I've got it now, I'm not going to catch it because I've got it. So I can go out, it's fine, but all that's doing is possibly putting someone else at risk, right? So surely someone like me who's self-isolating, or whatever, anyone who's self-isolating, and obviously the vulnerable people as well, it should be like that everywhere. We should get the delivery slots so that people who are healthy and or people who at least think they're healthy, who have a less chance of actually carrying it because they've not got symptoms, can then actually go out. And, you know, they're not really going to be infecting people because if they've not got it, you know what I mean? Whereas there's a chance I've got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who think they've had it for good reason as well should get these delivery slots, I think. Because like I say, it doesn't affect me going out and getting shopping. Because
you already got it, so
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
But
it's not like you're gonna get worse.
Exactly. But I could affect someone else going out. Whereas if I get my shopping, leave it at my door, I'm sound. You know what I mean? That's what they do. They leave it at your door and then you just pick it up. So it's just a bit silly the way they do it. I think they can. I know the supermarkets are working hard right now, and it's a very sudden thing.
You've got to give them it like fucking hell.
Yeah, of course.
Of
course.
I mean, people were saying like, why don't you just go and work at like Aldi or Tesco? No, thank you. I would happily just die in my room instead. Fuck that, mate. Not a chance. So fair play to the people who are actually working in supermarkets and having to deliver food and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Oh no, the people, the individual
why
people.
The fuck is
it's not their decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Why is no one doing what Sainsbury's is doing? Like Aldi, like again, literally they do not care, mate. Literally just ramming people in. Like all they've said is you can only buy 4 of the same thing. Oh, brilliant! Don't fucking matter when you've got 7 million people queuing to fucking get in.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous, mate. Like the world just has no idea how to fucking sort this out.
Like I say, big respect to the individual people who are literally doing all they can to fucking help sort this out, and because obviously the delivery drivers and the people on the shop floor, they have no control over like delivery slots and how things are managed. You know what I mean? But the high ups of these fucking companies, I think, need to actually fucking look at what other people are doing and think, yeah, maybe because. Like with Tesco, the biggest fucking supermarket chain in the UK, the fucking powerhouse that is Tesco, theirs is a free-for-all. Theirs is a free-for-all for deliveries.
Mate, ridiculous.
And it's sort of just like, right.
Literally, some of the videos I've seen, looks like
that
a
video,
apocalypse.
Yeah, that video on Twitter where everyone's piling into that Tesco in London. Like, you get less of that.
It looks like a film. It doesn't even look real. Like, it's just mad. Like, people, man.
I've been waking up, saying that, I've been waking up, like, thinking it's a dream, and then waking up and being like, mad, this is actually happening. This is real life.
This is actually happening. I was about to say that about 10 minutes ago. Like, it is crazy that we are living through a global pandemic. And how fucking crazy is that to say? Like, you only see these things, you only see what's happening right now in films and stuff like that. This is literally happening. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking very, very scary. But I think everyone's gonna pull through it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the people who die.
I was gonna say, I don't know about you, but since it's happened though, like silver lining, I felt a lot more empathy towards other people. I've noticed in myself. I do because a lot of the time I'm always under the impression that I'm a bit of a sociopath, not in the sense of. And I'm using that word lightly, not in the sense of actually, because I do care about other people, but in the sense that I'm also sort of like a lot of the time I just don't, I'm not really bothered. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, if it doesn't affect me, I'm sort of just, all right, whatever. But
yeah,
now,
I mean, that's literally what we were saying in the first fucking.
Yeah, exactly. But now I'm sort of finding myself like, actually, I mean, if I had a car, I'd be doing the volunteer shit for the NHS. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that leads on to fucking the amount of people that are now volunteering to work for the NHS. I believe
405,000.
No.
Has it gone up?
I believe just before we start recording, I had a look. 560,000 people have volunteered to work for the NHS.
This is the thing as well. This is why it's a contrast in this country because I did say like. Obviously, earlier on, I said, you know, we as a country are fucking selfish. We are brain dead, and a lot of us are. But then you got another side. It's like two extremes. You're either selfish and just fucking dumb, and just go against everything and put other people at risk, or you are someone who is putting yourself at risk for the goodness of other people, getting nothing in return.
Yeah, exactly.
Apart from just knowing you're helping people. So
I personally would not fucking do that, like, and not for the pure fact of like I don't give a fuck if people survive and if I survive and people don't. For the pure fact that I know for a fact, no matter how hard I work, I would not be able to do that. I would not be able to do it. That would defeat me as a person. If I volunteered to help for the NHS, I wouldn't be able to do it, mate. I'd probably quit after the first day or two because I wouldn't be able to do it. So fucking fair play to the people that are fully actually doing it. Like,
big respect.
I know a lot of girls and that who work in NHS and they're doing like 2-day shifts, mate, like 48-hour shifts. That's ridiculous, mate. It's not even fucking human.
48-hour shifts
with like a couple of hours break in between. Just for the fucking minimum wage.
Is that true?
Yeah, literally.
Is that what sort of like sleeping in the hospitals? Because I've heard that apparently they're like sleeping, sleeping at the work.
So they have like a 2-3 hour sleep nap in between these 48-hour shifts, like working 2 days in a row, mate. It's actually harrowing. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I can crack through an 18-hour shift or whatever like that, and that's fine.
At a bar though, at a bar, Not like because the mental pressure of watching people die and shit. You know what I mean? It's different
Must
than,
be fucking
than
awful,
serving
mate.
like
Must
drinks.
be
You know, what I mean?
awful.
Like yeah, it's fucking mad. It is fucking mad. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think the one silver lining through all this is I think as people, we are probably gonna come out of it caring more about each other because
after this is over, mate, I think the entire country, even the world, is going to be such a different fucking place. Like,
new world order, mate. It's a new world order. This.
I honestly, like, I think people are going to appreciate things so much more. Like, I mean, I know there's like memes and tweets and stuff like people are like saying like I'll never regret like going outside, or like I'll never take going outside for granted. I mean, that literally is the bottom line of it. It's like now we are not allowed to go outside. People are like, fuck me. Going outside is a genuine fucking pleasure. This is like being in prison, realistically.
I think you know what? I think it's because
like, really.
It's such a common enemy, this thing. I think it's because it can affect any of us, and it's affecting all of us in some way or another. I think people are sort of like, because we are all in the same boat, realistically. I mean, obviously some people are getting more affected than others. We all know this. But because it's having an impact on everyone's lives, in whether it's a small impact or a big impact, it's impacting everyone. And everyone's sort of going through a similar situation all over the country and all over the world. I think it's sort of... I just feel like there's a lot more love for each other, you know what I mean? There's a lot more...
100%.
There's a lot more
100%.
compassion because everyone is in the exact same fucking thing. It is like a wartime scenario, except it isn't. It's nowhere near that, really, because we've just got to stay inside and fucking watch telly. Like I think Piers Morgan said something like that.
Yeah, literally is. Like, you think about your grandparents having to literally go to fucking war.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But
we ought to stay inside and we still can't fucking do that. It's like, what the fuck's up with people, man?
But the last thing that was closest was like World War II, where the whole country got together in that sense. That's really the only comparison. Obviously, that was a lot worse, and people had to do a lot. The sacrifices were much heavier, but the sort of attitude is the same. We all had to come together to fight one common fucking enemy. One fucking common enemy, you know what I mean? Like back then, you had people working overtime, like all the women working fucking overtime in the factories, making like the Lancaster bombers and that. You know what I mean? Fucking literally going at that, purposely doing overtime with no extra pay just to get these fucking planes finished to help the fucking soldiers and that. And it's the same sort of attitude of people volunteering for the NHS to fucking put themselves at risk getting the virus just so they can deliver shit to all people and that. It's like some guy on my nan's road. Obviously, like I say, we've got a small family, my family, and there's only a few. There's
not many of you.
This is why I need to get my lessons done and fucking get a car when this is over, because it sort of put things into perspective. But there's not many people who actually drive in my family. There's a few, but obviously people are still working and that. So whatever. So there's a guy on my nan's road who's literally for nothing as well. He's not accepting money off her or anything like that. He's literally going out and doing my nan's shopping and shit for no reason other than just to fucking sort her out, and he don't even know her that well. But just because she's vulnerable, you know what I mean? Like, just people like that who are literally going the extra mile. Like,
it warms your heart, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Mate, it does. It does.
All people say nowadays is there's nobody out there like that. But now this is all come about. People who you'd never think would be like that. I mean, my boss, he's been doing like grocery shopping for his like people on his street and stuff, which comes as a big fucking surprise, mate. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the things that we have to say about him and stuff like that.
Oh
no
yeah.
matter who the person
he's a bit of a knob,
people are mucking in to help other people, and it's mad.
It gives you some. Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, the world's never.
It's hope. It's like hope for fucking humanity. Realistically, is the shit. The weird way to say it. Like,
yeah,
this is a hope for humanity. Like, it really is. But this could carry on for fucking the rest of the year. Do you know what I mean? We don't know when this is going to stop.
Or further, really. I mean, but I think what we can take from this is when it does eventually, because it will end. It will. Yeah. We don't know when, but when it does, I think we're going to see the world in an entirely different light. And I think the world's going to be a much different place.
That weekend, the weekend, we're all like go back outside.
I was mate. I was going to say that when we're fucking allowed to go drinking again. God. Mate, we are going to. I'm putting aside a couple of grand, mate. I'm going on. I'm going fucking out.
Mate, I'm gonna be throwing the biggest fucking party at my bar. Literally, I swear to God, right? I'll probably promote it on fucking YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Is there anybody watching this who's over 18? You look out for that. We're gonna have a big session. It's gonna be fucking madness. Mr. Bradley's gonna be there as well.
I might
Star host.
I might put a few grand behind the bar and just say, anyone who can prove that they're subscribed to me and Connor, you get free drinks.
Yes, I'm down. I'm very down because I still get money back from that as well. Bonus. You're just giving me money for that, mate. I'm down for that. It's cool.
Bugzy Malone.
I was gonna say I kind of want to move on from this fucking. We've been talking about it for.
We have, but there's for a fucking reason.
There's
you
so
know
much
what I mean?
to talk about.
We've had to.
Like,
it's crazy. It's fucking mad.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of people may already know about what's happening with Bugzy Malone. Do you know what's going on with him? What's happened? Essentially, if you don't know,
he's came off his
been in a
motorbike.
car crash. Yeah. So there's a couple of videos floating around. I'm not going to put them like on the screen because they're actually quite harrowing, to be honest. They're awful.
Is that your new favourite word, mate? I've heard you say that.
I don't know.
About
I've said it twice. Yeah. I don't know, something weird. It's a good word to use it for describing that because it's fucking awful. This guy, right, and there's going to be quite a few controversial things I've got to say, but
yeah, I've seen people say a few things on Twitter, like yeah.
He basically was going full speed down a fucking street, not even a road, not like a main road, down a street, and so obviously someone's pulled in front of him, fucking hit him, and he's gone absolutely fucking flying. I think he's near death, to be honest. But why is he out? Why is he out fucking driving his fucking bike around? Do you know what I mean? Stay inside, mate. These are the people, right? These are the people that have to be staying inside. The fucking people with a big following, the big celebrities, are the people that should
setting
be
like an
promoting.
example. Yeah,
Setting an example to be staying inside. Yet they're out fucking driving the bike at fucking 100 mile an hour down a street. Like what?
Yeah.
What? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like these are the last people that should be outside, like promoting being outside, and he was being recorded by someone in a car, and he was like playing into it, and entertaining it. I'm just like, like what? So it's my. I mean, I don't know how he survived, to be honest. I don't know if you've seen the video of the actual crash. There's like CCTV footage, mate, and he. Oh my god! Full speed.
I've not seen any
into
of that.
a car, mate. He goes flying over the fucking bonnet and just slides down the road, mate. Just his body just slides down the road. His bike was like masterpieces. But then loads of people went over to him, like actual people went to try save him. They just started recording him, mate. They're just recording this guy who's literally dying on the fucking road. Which, fair enough, his fault for doing it. Bit of a fucking dumb thing to do, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't say he deserves it, because you can't really say that, do you know what I mean? But it's his fault for doing that. But then don't leave him to die on the fucking road, do you know what I mean? Just because he's Bugzy Malone, it doesn't mean that you have to get your fucking phone out and record him. If that was some random person, you wouldn't be doing that.
More people were concerned about his fucking name and that, weren't they, then?
Yeah, his real name was like Aaron Davis or something like that. Like, they were like, oh my god, that's his real name. Like, the guy's dying on the fucking floor, mate. Like, what the fuck's up with you? Like, it's ridiculous. And like, the thing is, if it wasn't a celebrity, or it wasn't him, and it was just a random person, Twitter would be completely different.
They won't be fucking filming it. It probably won't even be a story. They just sort him out and get him there. But
and then that would it. No one would give a shit. If it was covered by the media, they'd be like, yeah, he deserved it. Fuck him. Who cares? No one cares about him. Fuck him. Whereas there's like 30,000 tweets about him, like praying he's okay, which I understand. I mean, fair enough. He's got his idol and he's got his name and that, but like, just because he's fucking famous, people now care. Whereas if it was just another person who could have had children or whatever, near on the death, no one would give a shit. And then like the person he crashed into, no one's fucking talking about that. This guy literally hit a car at like 100 mile an hour in the driver's fucking window. But we don't know if he's alive. We don't even know who he is. You know what I mean? It's fucking ridiculous. No one gives a fuck. They just think because he's fucking Bugzy Malone, we need to pray that he's going to be alright when he's been a knobhead. So, I've got sympathy for him because it's obviously an awful thing. But also, it's his fucking fault, mate. Why is he outside for a start in a global pandemic? Why is he entertaining being recorded when he should be fucking entertaining staying inside, realistically? And why is he driving like a prick? And then he could have killed the person in the car. We don't even know if he's still alive or not. You know what I mean? That guy could have a fucking.
If it was a situation where he's just like putting himself in danger and no one else, and it's literally just him who's in danger because he's on a street where no one fucking lives and it's just a deserted place. But that's not it. You're on side roads. You know someone could be pulling out. You know for a fact you could be putting someone in danger.
They just pulled out and he just fucking boomed straight at him.
It's like what Wayne does though, isn't it? Remember when we were in a fucking car with my fucking dad, and
fucking doing 90 mile an hour in a 30 road, fucking flying through red lights. I was like, I'm fucking dead here, mate.
My dad's a fucking professional criminal, and the first, I think he was showing off. He does it all the time. But the first night I fucking took Connor around to his. You were back in Manchester this one night, it was just over a year ago, and this is where you first met my dad, and he was taking us home.
I'm coming out. I want the world to know that I love you so.
Oh no!
In the back garden. That's it.
I'm recording a podcast. You attention seek. Get away from me! You got coronavirus.
I'm all right now.
What do you mean you're all right? You'll probably be dead.
She's all right. She ain't got it anymore.
Right,
she's fucking all right now. Fucking idiot, man.
Mate, she loves attention, that woman, you know.
Well,
she
fucking knock her out
loves
after this, mate.
Yeah, she fucking loves it. Fucking loves it. Anyway, like I say, we were fucking coming back from my dad's, and I said to him, because I think he was on a bit of marching powder, and I said to him, I'm just like, right. It was like 1, 2 in the morning. I'm just like, right, me and Connor are gonna go. I'm gonna get us an Uber, whatever. And he's just like, nah, I'll tell you, man. I've run you over. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, his fucking eyes are going everywhere. I'm like, yeah, sure. Come on, Max. She gets his pit bull in the fucking car as well. So you're in the back with this
I'm fucking sat in the back with this big fucking pit bull.
5-foot pit bull.
And I'm already scared of this dog because it's been trying to fucking rip my fucking arms off while I've been sat inside innocently drinking a cuppa. The dog is fucking on me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
The dog, literally, because obviously my dad's an older man now, but he's got quite the past, right? He's quite well known, and so I'm not going to go into it. You can probably guess what I'm fucking trying to say, right? My dad, he does what he does, and he, you know, my dad's the sort of person you don't get on the wrong side of him because you'll end up in 8 different pieces on a mountain. You know what I mean? Like, so he was sort of like. My dad's 5'6" and Connor's fucking almost 6'6", so I think my dad was trying to flex on.
6'6".
Yeah,
I'm almost 6'6".
Oh, whatever. And
you done that on purpose, you fucking prick.
And I think
you know for a fact.
And I think my dad was trying to flex on you by sort of like showing that his dog will attack on command. So he sort of made his dog sort of just sit at the foot of where you were sitting, staring at you with his teeth out.
Oh my god, mate!
For like 2 hours.
And then when we got in the car, he went, "Get in the back with Connor." And this fucking, honestly, this big fucking beast of a dog just sat on me, like licking my face and shit. I'm like, he's fucking eyes out.
Mate, he's a lovely dog, but Wayne,
soft as fuck, mate.
But Wayne also has him on command. Wayne could get him to probably kill someone. But anyway, yeah, fucking.
Die.
We get into Wayne's fucking big fucking BMW 5 Series. And what was it? He fucking took us round the side roads at about 50, mate. In these fucking cars either side, one ways, mate. Fucking about 50 mile an hour, went round a corner at about fucking 80, and then he's just like, yeah, boys, vroom! Fucking, we pull up at a lights next to some, like, fucking Merc, like, next to some, like, fucking brand new fucking state-of-the-art fucking Mercedes, and this fucking guy just sort of looks at Wayne and then just takes off, like, fucking flies off at fucking 70, 80 mile an hour. And Wayne went, yeah, I can fucking do that too, you dickhead. Puts a Beamer in sport, mate. Mate, he puts his foot down. We're fucking going like we're taking off. We're fucking going down a 20, that road, mate, was. A 20, yeah. Right? I'm in the front. I'm looking at his speedometer, mate. We were doing fucking 97. We were doing fucking 97 down a 20. You know,
so mate. We're doing 97 in a 20. I've got this fucking dog panicking. This the dog I'm fucking like, ah! I'm there as well. I'm like, what's going on?
Wait, just like that, whistling to himself.
I'm
like that,
fuck?
fucking speeding down the road. And then fucking, Wayne doesn't give a shit. There's literally a speed camera on that road. That speed camera flashes, and then it's got one of these signs that fucking light up telling you your speed, and it says, slow down, this is a 20. Wayne flies past it and goes, 98, 20, 98. And Wayne's just like, hey, look at that. And then fucking there's like Bollard. I mean, we're laughing about it, but it was so dangerous.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I was shitting myself when it was happening. I was like, oh my god.
Wayne fucking swerves in to this fucking bollard, right? These bollards. What I mean by that is there's a thin road to stop like vans and lorries coming into my sort of estate, right? So there's a very thin road. It's a one way. It's the only way you can get in.
Perfectly.
It's
just
literally
for a car to get
just
in.
for a fucking normal size like hatchback, mate. People with like I've been in a Fiesta before where the person has been struggling to get through, and it's took them like fucking a minute to actually just get through this narrow fucking road. Taxi drivers took fucking 2 minutes just to get through. It's fucking annoying. Wayne in his fucking 9 foot long fucking BMW X5, mate, fucking the size of a Land Rover. Fucking flies down this road and Tokyo drifts his car into this fucking narrow road at about 60, mate. And literally, we were probably about that much each side from whacking the bollards. He just flies through. Like some Tokyo.
And what did he say after it? He was like, it's been a while since I've done that. I was like, fucking hell, man.
Mate.
How many fucking times have you done it?
Well, he probably did it every time he was taking me home from my fucking mum's, but I think I blocked that memory out from when I was younger, you know what I mean? But
For good fucking reason.
Mate, the thing is with that man, right, he's a fucking incredible driver. Because he's had to be to get away from the 5-0 in his life, you know what I mean? And that isn't even a joke. That isn't even a joke.
It's not even a joke, yeah.
He's a fucking mental driver, but it's still like, no matter how good you are, it's dangerous, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's fucking mad. 100%. It's a fucking madness. But,
I know. Yeah. I think I need to go for a piss real quick.
All right,
we'll pop onto the.
Oh my god! All right, cut here.
Oh dear! Man, I'm such a sweaty ass.
You got a sweaty ass, have you?
Hello.
I don't want to be too long on this topic that we're about to talk about. I want to just touch on it because the girl we're going to talk about, like we did in the last episode, is a vile fucking person. She's such a vile, horrible person.
Yeah.
Her clapback, her fucking clapback, her response to being spoken about and what was spoken about was fucking truth as well. And her response, because she got her fucking ego hurt, is to fucking bring up very personal, not public, family shit on Twitter. She deleted the tweets eventually because she knew what she had done. I assume, like, but it took a lot of persuading for her to fucking delete her tweets, and that's why I don't want to touch on. I'd love to fucking slam her for what she is and the lies she tells and the fucking horrible person that she is. But I just don't want to instigate anything with her because she's a fucking nasty person who uses fucking personal family shit, like shit with people's family, like very personal. Very. I can't even go into it because obviously I don't want to fucking say shit myself. But like, she uses it as a weapon for this because she's got her own ego hurt. It's fucking disgusting. So like I say, I reckon we just fucking touch on this very quickly and then we move on to something else. I mean,
to be
fair, we can't really not speak about it because you know it was a bit mad, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we put it in the subjects anyway because I had a lot of people sticking up for me and a lot of people having my back. I mean, there's obviously the fucking some of our followers and fans and whatever that were trying to fucking make a point across. Do you want to women?
Do you want to actually? Do you want to go into what was said as well? Because a lot of people won't know what we're talking about here.
Yeah,
last episode we spoke. We did take the piss as well, but we spoke about a situation with Connor's ex, and Connor said a few things as well.
To be fair, maybe we shouldn't have fucking named names and whatever.
Yeah.
So I would lightly apologise for mentioning names because obviously whenever you talk about something that deep and something very touchy like that, it's not really a smart idea to be naming people's names. You know what I mean? Especially when things that you say are actually quite.
We weren't planning on naming names, but I mean, you were bevy to fuck last episode. That's why I was drinking fucking
so that's
tea this episode. It's no excuse. But the thing is, right? That would be that we'd be in the wrong in a way if it wasn't for her fucking reaction. Her reaction was to bring up personal family shit, right? And then, very personal shit that is just she's a horrible person for doing that in the first place. But then also fucking lie.
Yeah. I mean, just to like kind of sum it up.
This girl tried to ruin you in a response on Twitter to our podcast.
She basically tried to make it out like I was a fucking physical abuser, and then forged messages from somebody else, pretending they were me to try and prove a point, and then also got a friend to like admit to a fake story to basically make it look even more real. That's when I pretty much threatened to sue. Like, I was literally gonna get my solicitors involved. Very, very dead serious about that. Just as like an FYI, do not ever do that. Don't ever.
Don't lie that someone has slammed your fucking head into a bath.
This isn't to just one person. This is to literally everyone watching this.
Don't lie about physical abuse or anything like that. Do not fucking do that. I mean, you know, you made it out like she was emotionally abusive in the last podcast, and that's because you've had your own experience with her.
Maybe emotionally abusive wasn't the best word, but it's definitely said.
Maybe it was a strong thing, but you felt a certain way about your experience as this person.
Anybody
right?
I did. Know who knows me.
When it comes to physical abuse, that's not something you can sort of. That's not subject to your opinion, right? You can't say, "Oh yeah, I was battered," and think, well, maybe I was bad. No, if you know you were not hit, you cannot fucking say that you were fucking hit. You know what I mean?
This is the thing. What she said, right, was a complete lie, because she said that it happened in a bar. But what the situation she's actually on about is, I'm not going to dive into it too much, but basically, she was having like a mental breakdown outside my flats. There was literally just me and her. She elbowed me in the face, and then I grabbed her hand and literally restricted her from fucking doing it again. And then that was it. Finished.
We've all been there where we've restrained. Like you
exactly. So I
as a man,
if I'd done something wrong, this would have been mentioned fucking literally last year, a long time ago. But it was never anything serious. She literally elbowed me in the throat, right, in the throat and the face, and I literally grabbed the arm and literally restricted her. That is the best way to put it. But then she changed the story and said that it happened in a bar.
And that you slammed her head to the floor.
Which is just a complete lie. It's a complete lie. Which
and then
I took it very seriously to fucking get solicitors involved. And I said to the friend who lied about it on the text, I will literally sue you both if you do not.
And then she admitted herself that she didn't know what had happened. She was just backing her friend up. You don't back your friend up in something like that when someone. Exactly. That was why literally when you were talking in the last episode about emotional abuse and about the elbow situation. That's why I even looked at you abuse? A bit like yeah. But that's why I even looked at you a bit like, that's a strong term. Are you sure you want to use that term? Because I didn't know the full story, but I just wanted you to know that, you know, that's a strong term. Make sure you're using it properly. You know what I mean? And it wasn't. I think she texted you and tried to say, oh yeah, even Brad doesn't back you up. It's like, no, I don't want that term being used unfairly, like what her friend did, which was back her up. You don't always have to back your best friend up, especially. Like,
it's so serious, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I was saying, you don't always have to fucking back your friend up, especially when you're not completely certain that happened. Like, I was not there for your relationship with fucking with this girl, so I wasn't going to sit there and go, oh yeah, mate, emotional abuse, 100%. Because I believe you because I know you. You know what I mean? And because I know.
I mean that, and you've also been there through everything that I've gone through with it. Do you know what I mean?
but
although you haven't seen some of the things.
But yeah, exactly. But
you and everyone of my close mates, my mum, fucking hell, my mum hates her, mate. Hates her because she's seen some of the things that she said to me. Sees some of the things that she's done. People know what she's like. If you know who she is, you know what she's like. This is why she's got no friends. I mean, she doesn't.
A lot of
no
people.
One likes her.
Oh my! So many people have reached out to you and said, "Oh, this person's terrible." Like a lot of people.
Over 15 people who know her,
It's
who
mad,
actually
mate.
personally
It's
know
mad.
her, have been like, "What the actual fuck is this all about?" Like,
But
why
like I
is she
say,
lying about
this girl uses very personal family shit. When she
Even
gets her ego
exes
hurt,
of hers,
yeah. When
or
she
before me,
when she gets her ego hurt, like this, she will literally try and one up you by exposing very personal shit about other people. That is just, she's a horrible person. So like I say, let's leave it there.
I mean,
this is the
just-
last
just
time
to
we will
touch-
speak on her.
Yeah,
But
just to touch, I did see a few messages being like, "Oh, why would you sleep with her best mate?" Yeah, it's a bit of a scummy thing to do. Fair enough. Like, I was obviously doing it to fucking get at her, which is a nasty thing to do. But her best mate also instigated it. Like, it was obviously a mutual thing.
were you doing it to get her though? Because you didn't want to find it out for a long time, and she found out because her best mate was
true.
telling people.
Yeah,
So were you doing it to get her? Were you? In
I don't really know, to be fair.
yourself.
I think a little bit of me was.
Thinking,
it was
thinking,
also like,
she
lol,
will find
fucking-
out. Yeah. Well,
but
that is petty on your part. That is petty on your part, and you know I'll fucking tell you
100%,
straight. That is
100%, which
petty.
I never said it wasn't. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I never disagreed with the fact that what I did was a bit scummy. Cause
Oh,
it
you did.
literally
No,
was.
you did. No, you did.
No, not scummy, not scummy. As in, it wasn't petty. No way. I never agreed that it wasn't petty.
Yeah,
Because obviously
yeah.
it was. But I'm not saying it's scumbaggy because I've got absolutely no loyalties to her. So why?
But
Do you know
the
what I mean?
thing is, you know
And it's
what?
a dead burdened relationship.
You
Why
know
would that
what?
matter?
The person who lies about getting fucking physically abused is the person who ends up in the wrong. No matter what petty shit you've done, if you can lie about something like that, you are scum.
And to move on, it took KSI to tweet at her current ex after me.
So her the fella she saw after you, who they then broke up.
I think they're back
Oh,
with a little
who
thing. I'm
cares?
not really
Who
sure. I
cares?
fucking care.
But KSI literally tweeted at him because of the
basically
fact.
being she's a fucking nasty witch. And
Yeah,
she
like-
treats you
like-
like shit, and you deserve better and all this.
Yeah.
And she deactivated the fucking Twitter.
She deactivated the Twitter for like a week.
But then
And
her
it-
friends were like, "This is such a like a nasty thing to do, take it to social media." I'm like, she's literally just done
That's
the same
what
thing to
she does all the time with everything that
Literally.
goes on in her life, including you, and then lies about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
mate, it's the double standard is fucking mad, and it took KSI to tweet that for some of her fucking followers who just fucking simps and fucking retarded egos.
I literally had
just
people
wanna look
arguing
like
with me. I had people arguing with me, and then I had to literally paragraphs and paragraphs of Twitter tweets to prove that what I was saying was completely right.
And
then
you
they're like,
had
"Oh, KSI said it as well, so fucking hell, man,
Yeah,
KSI, I apologise."
you have people literally God defending her to you, but then as soon as KSI gets involved and says something, and it was nothing to do with a situation with us and her. It was just obviously, he was tweeting at that Charlie guy, but as soon as he got involved, the people who were giving you shit suddenly saw a different perspective. Why does it take someone like KSI who to say something negative about her for you to change your opinion? Like, you're fucking sheep. Form your own fucking opinion. Take in the information you've had and form your own fucking opinion. Why? You know what I mean? And that goes for people listening to us as well. You don't need to go over to her and give her shit as well, because you don't know the situation really. You will
Girls
only
are nasty people, man.
Lassies are bad for it. Lassies are bad for it. Lassies stick together like fucking just will relentlessly believe anything that another lass says on some ways. I mean, obviously not all girls are like that. We know a lot of girls who are very, very level-headed, but
a good example of that would be your ex. I don't know if you want to touch on that a little bit.
I wouldn't even call her an ex.
Well,
this is when I was 16 years old, right? Oh my god, this is mad. This is mad. But mate, when I was 16 years old, I started talking to a girl, right? She was 15, I was 16. We were very young. We were kids, you know what I mean? We're going back going back 4 years ago when I started talking to this girl, you know what I mean? I'm a fucking 20-year-old man now. I was a 16-year-old boy. I didn't even leave my house. I'm nearly 21 now. I was a little virgin. I started speaking to this girl, and I got with her when I was 17. At the time, I was still a proper little virgin. You get me? Like I didn't really leave my house and that. Mate, I didn't really leave my house and that. I was a much different person, and I was in
That's just about when we became friends, wasn't it?
Yeah. And
we never left the house.
Yeah, and I was in like this sort of fucking long distance sort of internet relationship with this girl, and I met her a few times. Like I met her as just friends when we were both like young. Like this is back in 2016. I met her as just friends, and then I met her again a year later when we were actually seeing each other. And yeah, fucking right. So this my sort of like if you call it that, my relationship with this girl, most of it was over the internet, like I said. I was a massive cunt with this girl because I was a little.
Yeah.
I was a little mate. I was a little virgin. I was a little rat, right? I was a fucking rat. So I was a very jealous kid. You know what I mean? I was a very I didn't have this because this is at a point where I wasn't leaving my house at all. And I didn't have social skills. I didn't have any of this. I was a fucking bastard with this girl in the sense that I'd just get overly jealous when she was talking to other lads. Whatever, I'd just get all this, all that, and like I say, I was younger, but it doesn't take away from the fact that I was a cunt. You know what I mean? I was a cunt, and I mean, we were together for this like amount of time, but I was always a cunt online. But then when we met in person, the first time when we were actually together, we had been like I say, a thing, if you call it that, for like 9 or 10 months, I think. And then we had met in person.
It was a long time, yeah, fucking hell.
We got on, mate, like a fucking house on fire in person. I swear to God, me and this girl.
I know, I remember it.
We clicked so well. It was when I went to LA the first time, and we clicked so fucking well in person. We got on, but then after it, I think it just sort of fizzled out. Like literally the month after we broke up, because we just sort of that was it. It just fizzled out. But we finished like on decent terms as well. We were still sort of speaking.
It wasn't a bad ending at all.
We were still, which is a surprise for how much animosity there was within this relationship. Most of it from me because I was just a fucking nasty cunt. But yeah, we finished on like sort of friendly terms. I think I was a bit fucking. I think I was a bit bitter. But we did sort of end it on like quite sound terms, and then. I think it was like at the end of September time 2017 when we ended it, and then we didn't speak at all. That was it. It was done. We didn't have each other on anything. We didn't speak. And then when I got a fucking bird when I got with Sarah in 2018, mid 2018, and stupidly we're posting that all over my fucking social medias. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. I was just flustered and that. I just fucking was like, I don't even know.
Sarah's a good-looking girl though. To be fair, do you know what I mean? So, like,
yeah, exactly. I was
your first like proper girlfriend.
First proper. I mean, I had like a few mental fucking birds in between that. We have a fucking poppy. And etc. That was the worst one. But like yeah, obviously my first proper relationship that I posted publicly since then, fucking this girl who I was with when I was younger, fucking comes back from Twitter. She like deactivated a Twitter account when me and her sort of finished, and she wasn't on there at all. And then she comes back onto Twitter and just starts tweeting about me. And just starts tweeting proper fucking shit about me, like,
bad stuff,
Brad was fucking emotionally abusive and shit like this, and blah blah. Brad was this and Brad was that, and how dare he get to move on when I'm still fucking reliving a level of trauma because of how he was with me, and I hold my hands up, mate, when I think back to it and think back to how I was a different person. I was a younger person, mate, but 100%. I was definitely on a level of, like, if I'm being completely self-aware and completely honest, probably was on some sort of level of being emotionally abusive, you know what I mean? I was.
100%. Mate, I'm not going to say 100%, but I agree with you. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean? I've seen that more than probably better than anybody else.
Yeah, I was a fucking and I always fucking obviously after that, when I fucking matured and that and my life changed a lot more, and I turned into a different person, and I look back on that and I just think, what a fucking nasty cunt. This is what I used to think. And I used to have a lot of regrets over the way I used to fucking speak to her and that and shit, until I found out from a lad she was seeing that she went around telling people that I let one of my friends sexually abuse her, right? So just to put things into context, me and this girl didn't even have sex. When I first met her, I couldn't get my cock up, mate. I had just got off a flight from fucking Australia, right? She was literally begging me to shag her, and I literally couldn't get it up, mate. I was so tired. I don't have any problems in that department anymore, by the way. But I was so fucking tired when
Which department getting tired or getting it up? Because you're always fucking tired, mate. You mean getting it up?
Yeah.
You don't have that problem anymore for getting it up because he never shags anyone. Sorry. Yeah, it's not true. He does.
Well, not again. But yeah, like
every year.
Literally, mate. No. She was staying on like a vacation in the same place where I was on vacation in LA, and then at the end of this night where we were fucking, I was taking her on back to her hotel. I took her back. I met her mum and shit. Her mum was sound with me, you know what I mean? Everything was fucking sound, but I took her back, and that was it. Then that night, she had messaged me at like 1, 2 in the morning, and she's just like, oh, Brad, I want to see you. Uber me to your hotel, blah blah. So at like 1, 2, 3 in the morning, whatever it was, I Ubered her because she'd fucking spammed me on like I've still got these messages as well, right? She'd fucking spammed me.
Really?
Yeah. She made it out to this guy. Who she said this fabricated story to, that I fucking was always begging her to fucking see me, blah blah, when it was the other way around, and I fucking found the messages to prove it, right? But that was just a little white lie compared to what I'm about to fucking tell you. So she fucking, obviously, I fucking Uber her to the hotel I was at, and it was on the other side of LA, blah blah, and yeah, we were just chilling, mate. We were just chilling this one night, and we were in the Ritz. We were on the fucking rooftop all morning. You know what I mean? On the fucking where the fucking rooftop pool was and that. And we were just being like all lovey and that. You know what I mean? Like, because I was a little virgin. Yeah. And then she met one of my friends, who just he's a
huge personality.
Yeah, he's a bit of a
is the best way to say it.
He's a bit of a misogynist in the way that he don't really like. At the time, he didn't really like women, and she basically met him, and he came into the room when he woke up this morning, 7, 8 a.m. whenever it was, fucking this one morning, and he came into the room, and he instantly was just like, what the fuck's this bitch doing here? I'm like, whoa, don't be a fucking cunt. But then he just went into a bag, mate, and he started eating a fucking lip gloss in front of her, just trying to take the piss, just trying to make me laugh. He fucking went in a bag and ripped up her money, mate. He was being a proper cunt, right? He was being a proper cunt. And we were just like, right, okay, we're gonna just go because he's just being a prick. And like I say, I was a big bitch back then. I was a hugely different person. If that sort of shit happened now and I was with a bird and fucking one of my mates was trying to wind her up by fucking going into a bag and fucking ripping up her money, I'd fucking chin them. But at the time, I was a fucking big bitch. So we just left. I'm just like, right, let's go. So we left, and then we didn't go back into the hotel all that fucking morning, afternoon, whatever. And then she had a flight back home to where she was going later that afternoon. So it got to like midday after us being out all day, and I fucking and I Ubered her back to where she was fucking going, and that was the end of it. And that was it, and it was all sound, and she was messaging me all fucking lovely and that all after that for a long time. She was putting on her private Twitter accounts pictures of us, and how she literally said something about how safe she felt with me and blah blah, and just all of this, mate. We got along like fucking that. It was fucking very good point in my life. And that's how I've always seen that time until about, I think it was like maybe about just a little less than a year ago. So this is obviously, we're moving on, fucking 2.5 years later. Her fucking, a guy she got with after me, who they then broke up, them two, he fucking reached out to me through a friend of a friend. And he told this friend, "Oh, I need to speak to Brad." And I'm just thinking to myself, and I was aware of who he was. I was vaguely aware of who he was, but I was sort of just like, why do you want to talk to me? I don't really, you know what I mean? So I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'll fucking speak to him. And he got a call with me, and he just said, "Right, the thing is, Brad, I've been told a lot of things about you." I'm like, right, okay, and I'm just thinking like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Like I say, I was a fucking cunt with this girl when we were fucking throughout this, when I was like 17, whatever. And he starts saying to me, basically, this girl has lied about me. This girl has lied about me. After we broke up, she's lied to all her friends. She's basically, I've realised now she's a compulsive liar. So the reason I want to talk to you is because I want to see if she's lied about you as well, because she's told me some pretty serious things, right? I'm like, right, okay. And he went into a load of shit about how I was like a very jealous person and how I'd shout at her over calls and that, over Skype calls and that. I'm like, yeah, that happened, mate. Blah, blah. I'll hold my hands up. I was a completely different person, but that did happen. I take responsibility. I take responsibility for it. And then he went further, and he was just like, oh, she said this happened as well. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, that's a lie. That didn't happen. She said this happened, blah blah, and then it got further and further. And these like little white lies. I'm like, well, that's not true, blah blah. And then he got on to when we finally met in person, and he said, she told me that that you made her pay for all her own Ubers first of all. So
I mean that's literally bullshit. This is a pointless lie. This
is where it starts. So I'm just like, right, well that's a fucking bit of a white lie as well, because and obviously on the Uber app you can go down forever to forever history. I went down, mate, and showed that I literally spent $1,000 in that month on in those 2 weeks in LA on Ubers, and I literally spent like $500 in the first like 2 days I was there, which was when I was seeing this girl for only those 2 days, and so that proved in itself she was lying about that. I paid for all the Ubers, all the food, all the drinks, everything. Well, not I was 18 at the time, obviously. I just turned 18. It's fucking 21 to drink in fucking America. So I was paying for all the food, everything like that. And so he was just like, all right. So I know she's lied about that. She also said that you let your friend rape her. I went, It's like, yeah. Apparently, you let your friend sexually abuse her or whatever. I'm like,
could you imagine?
I'm like, hold on. So she's told you how jealous I was. Blah blah, all of this. Yeah. All right, but I've let my friend do something like that. Even though I'm this insanely jealous, which was true. I was this insanely jealous person.
Yeah, you are very fucking jealous.
Yeah, and I was just like, I was so taken back because I always knew this girl to exaggerate situations. She always did, mate. She's a big exaggerator. She always liked to play victim. But there's a difference between exaggerating a situation that actually happened and just making it sound worse than it was to make yourself seem like the victim or whatever, and lying about something like that. So she told this guy how I couldn't get it up, right, as well. But then also told him that I pressured her into shit, right? And I went to him, right, let's get this straight. So me, not being able to get my cock erect, right, was pressuring her into something. First of all, that's not true. It was the other way around, mate. She was fucking pressuring me. I was self-conscious as fuck. I didn't want to do much because of that situation. So I
fucking weren't working.
Exactly. So I was self-conscious as fuck about it. She was literally begging me, mate, begging me to shag her. You know what I mean? Begging me. I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck? It was very full on. I'm not trying to say she fucking pressured me into doing anything I didn't want to do, but she fucking, you know, she literally was the one like applying pressure onto me. You know what I mean? And then I'm just like, right, and then that's what he said as well. He's like, yeah, that's the thing. It didn't make sense to me because she told me this story, basically trying to take the piss out of you because you couldn't get your cock up. I'm like, right, okay. But then she's also telling me in another breath that you're trying to pressure her. I'm like, well, yeah, obviously that don't make fucking sense. That didn't fucking happen. That did not fucking happen. And then
this is the thing with girls though. They can't keep up to their own lies. Like, if you're gonna lie about something, that you need to make sure it all makes sense.
If you're
literally.
With compulsive liars, they will always trip themselves up eventually. So anyway, yeah, she said, basically, the main thing she lied about was, oh yeah, Brad let this fucking person sexually abuse me in my sleep or something like that, right?
Oh,
that's what she said. The person she met for 4 minutes, now bear in mind this guy was a cunt with her, but in the sense that he ripped up her money, she had like $3 in a purse or something, and he ate her lip gloss to try and be a cunt. So that we'd leave, because he didn't want us, because he just don't like girls, and he just didn't want us in the fucking hotel. So that we'd leave, and then we did leave. She met him for about 4 minutes, mate. About 4 fucking minutes. And then she turns round and says, oh yeah, this Brad let this guy fucking... Are you fucking mad? Are you fucking mad? And that there, because obviously this entire morning as well, we weren't even in the hotel room, we were on the fucking rooftop together all morning, right? And I even went as far as thinking, right, I'm gonna get fucking CCTV or something, blah blah, because if she's going around fucking saying this, and then this guy sort of fucking, I think at the time he was like calming me down. He's like, no, she's only basically said it to me, and I think she said it to a few of her friends, and this guy literally said, right. He said, I've said to her before, if he's such a bad person, why don't you come out about it? Why don't you tell everyone what he's like if he's that sort of person? Yeah. And apparently she always turned around and was just like, oh yeah, but I don't want to do that because I'm scared of confrontation. No, you don't want to do it because you are a lying bitch and it didn't fucking happen. And you should know that I still have messages that prove that it didn't fucking happen.
Fucking unbelievable, mate. I didn't really know about that rape thing, to be fair. I know you told me, but I think it was only like a week ago that you told me. So I didn't want to ask like more about it because I wanted it to come out on this, so I could like get my genuine reaction. I haven't really said anything for like the past 15 minutes because I'm kind of just gobsmacked.
Yeah, mate.
I'm just a bit like, see, what the fuck?
This girl is such a compulsive liar as well. So before I knew all of this, before I actually because finding out that she's lied about that level of thing. We'll stop soon, by the way. But
we need to wrap up soon. 2 hours.
But finding out that she lied about that level of fucking thing, you know what I mean? That sort of like since finding that out, I hate her, mate. I fucking hate her.
Yeah,
I can't stand
100%,
her. I hate her. I don't hate anyone. I hate her. Hate that girl. But
right. Yeah.
But before then, no. There's literally no one else I hate. Like literally no one. Exes, whatever. Aside from her, from what she's done, I hate her. I dislike a lot of people, but mate, I hate her. I hate her fucking very existence. She's a toxic, horrendous, horrible, awful person. And fucking from that, right? Before this guy told me that she had made up all this shit, I think it was a few months before, I was live streaming, and I had people in my chat and people in my DMs, right, who followed her old like private Twitter account and just said, oh yeah, she's leaking a load of personal shit about you. This wasn't really too long after we split. I think maybe like a year after we split, and it was the first time I spoke to her, right? and I had people messaging me saying, "Oh yeah, she's leaking your phone now. She's leaking this. She's leaking that. She's leaking all these messages." And I was just like, "Why is she still talking about me?" So
Obsessed, mate. It's fucking ridiculous. It's so weird. It's
So-
such a weird thing.
So this night after this live stream, I got fucking Josh on a call, Jam the lad, and I said, right, stay in this call because I know what this fucking girl's like. She's gonna manipulate this situation, right? So I'm like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ring the number now. I've not spoken to her in a year. I don't even know if she's still got this number. Like I said, this was before I knew about these lies. So at this point, I was still feeling guilty about how I treated her when we were together. Yeah. And I just thought, right, I'm going to ring her up now, and I'm just going to fucking say, why are you still talking about me? Leave it where it is. Like, fucking, let's move on. I've moved on. So I got Josh in the Discord call to listen in when I rang her, because I'm just like, she's going to make this out different. I bet
I
she's
don't think I know about this, to be fair.
Yeah, so Josh was listening, and I rang her up, and I just said, what the fuck is going on? And then she's just like, why the fuck are you ringing me? I'm like, because you are tweeting about me. I've not spoke about you since we fucking split, and before then as well. Why are you tweeting about me? Just fucking leave me alone. And she's just like, oh, right, okay, just because you care about your image or whatever. I'm like, no, it's not because of that. I just don't see why we need to have this animosity. At the time, I had a new bird and that. I'm like, I've got all this going on in my life now. I'm moving on. I don't care about this. And I really am sorry if you are in a predicament where you still hold a grudge. And I can understand why. But fucking just leave it where it is. Why can't we both just go our separate ways? Yeah, exactly. What
is the difference going to make by tweeting about you stuff like that? It's going to make no difference at all.
We had like this 20-minute conversation, and her attitude, she was very like cunty with me. She was very standoffish. But then I felt like we came sort of like a middle ground at least, and she was still sort of just like, she was still a cunt by the end of it, but she was still sort of whatever. We'll just leave it there. And then
carried on.
The next day, mate, she tweets. So Josh was in this call, and I was in this call, mate. I was being so extra nice because I know what she's like as well. So I was purposely being fucking extra nice, so that she didn't have a reason to fucking just tweet about me, because I knew that she was. The next day, mate, she tweets, Brad Does Banter rang me up last night and fucking screamed at me down the phone and said that I'm ruining his image by fucking by talking about him. I'm like. And Josh, right, this is why I got Josh in the first place. Josh was reading that. He's like, mate, I see what you mean. She's literally she's such a nasty, compulsive liar. I'm like, mate, literally, like, that conversation, I was so calm, I was so reasonable, mate. I was literally just trying to let bygones be bygones. I didn't raise my voice once. I did not raise my voice at this girl once, let alone shout at her. She's tweeting that I'm shouting at her and then saying something I didn't say. I don't care about my reputation with you. You have 300 Twitter followers. You know what I mean? I don't care. I say horrendous things for my job. I don't have a fucking reputation.
That was not have a fucking image. Literally, what?
That was not the fucking reason. It was just because I was fucking sick of people telling me that you were talking. I didn't want your name to be even mentioned to me. And if you stop speaking about me, people would stop telling me what you were saying. So that was it. But I saw that. I thought, right, I'm not taking it further. She can tweet what she wants. I don't fucking, like I say, she got 5 likes on that tweet, mate. I didn't fucking care. You know what I mean? And it's not a sort of thing of like, oh, she's got no followers. I'm not saying it in a cunt way, but it's like, why do you think you're going to be such a damage to my reputation? You are a lying, nasty little cow who does not have people following her. It doesn't affect me. And just one last thing to touch on that, and then obviously fucking maybe 6 months, 9 months down the line, I found out she was making up this fucking sexual assault shit, and it was about it. I mean, it wasn't apparently even about me. It was about me allowing my mate to do that, or like knowing that my mate did it or something. That did not happen. That did not happen. It didn't happen. Like, mate, the fucking amount of I was so shocked actually. Like, after it, and this is why I've been speaking about this, because of what you said. Like, it blows your mind when someone actually does lie about you to that level. Because you don't think someone 100%. Could. Everyone tells like white lies, and everyone fucking exaggerates things. But
you know what it is as well. It's always like it is with an ex. Like, someone who you thought or even did care so much about who you are, and what say love you, could then do such a nasty thing and not give a fuck.
Mate, literally.
That does not make any sense to me.
Literally.
I could never do that.
The thing is,
You know what I
right?
mean?
The thing is, when it comes to that, she tried to ruin my shit behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
She went to fucking YouTubers, like iNabber apparently.
Why are you going to YouTubers or
iNabber and I'm Alex. I think the essence was she was trying to get them to make videos on me, right? So I found this out, mate.
Are they going to make a video on you though?
I found this out.
What evidence?
I found this out last year, right? They told me themselves.
I remember, yeah.
They told me themselves at fucking Insomnia. And Alex literally came up to me and was like, Brad, this is his words, right? He went, Brad, honestly, at the time, I didn't fucking like you. I didn't like you whatsoever. You were taking the piss out of me all the time in videos. I wasn't fucking keen on you. I would have loved nothing more but to have an excuse to fucking dig your fucking grave and fucking say this, or Brad's this and Brad's that. But
Yeah, I remember that.
But he literally said, but when she was talking to me, she wasn't making sense because each time she said something about it, it'd be a different story. And that's what I think iNabber said as well at the time. He was just like, yeah, she was literally full of shit. And this is why I had a fucking bit of a grudge against iNabber, because people told me that he was tweeting at her and stuff. I'm like, fam.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I fucking remember that, mate.
And then I find out why. It's because she was literally in their fucking ear trying to get them to make videos on me. But they fucking realised, right? Because what she was saying, their words apparently wasn't making sense, and it wasn't. And the story
together and that,
the story was changing each time. They were like, yeah, this girl's fucking full of shit. She's just trying to do some fucking nasty little revenge thing. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that this girl who's literally behind the scenes was trying to ruin me over something that didn't happen. You have ground to literally, you could come out and just say, you know what, Brad was a fucking cunt with me. He was fucking very jealous. He was very this. He used to shout at me all the time. He just used to be a fucking bastard. But to come out,
which are all things that are true, but then come out and say
but
something
to come
that isn't
out
even fucking remotely true.
Just to make it work, because maybe she don't believe that maybe this girl, I can't even get my head around it, but maybe she hates me so much that she wants me to have sort of like whatever. She wants me to have this backlash or whatever. I mean, this is going back now. I don't think she's even spoke about me for a long time. I've not heard
fucking
anything.
hope not as well, mate.
Yeah, but maybe at the time she hated me so much that she wanted me to have this sort of backlash or whatever. But maybe she knew she didn't really have enough shit that I've done, actual shit that I've actually done, that would cause for that, because it's sort of just like, yeah, I've been a cunt, but it's not like career ruining shit. I've just been a bastard at that time when I was 17 years old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, but to go that far and fucking, mate, it is fucking abysmal. It's shocking. It's shocking that someone could even do it. It is shocking, mate. And I can't stand her. I can't stand her. I cannot fucking stand her. But yeah, that's it for that.
That's our experience with ex-girlfriends. Just fucking psychotic lying cunts, mate. Literally. It's fucking scary. The world is a very scary place. But with that being said, I think it's time to wrap up this episode. We are nearly on 2 hours, which is
we've had a mad one though. We've spoken about the coronavirus in depth, and then we spoke about this, and
definitely a few things that people didn't know.
When I say this, I think this applies to Connor as well. For those of you who are aware of who we are talking about, for the few of you who are on my case, because I don't think many people will actually know, it's old news. I don't care about them getting comeuppance. I don't care. I've got things going on in my life now. I don't give a shit. So I don't want anyone to sort of just go out there and try and fucking have someone's life, or try and fucking
100%.
You know, and same with you. The world is a different place, but I promise you, I fucking promise you, if anyone ever tries to lie about something that serious about me ever, I will always stand my fucking ground. Always.
Yeah, 100%.
Always stand my fucking ground.
Like anybody should as well. Like anybody should. Well, obviously, like you just say, everything that we talk about is being very serious. But that, and if you do know who we're talking about, don't fucking go try God defend us, or don't try go onto Twitter and start giving them abuse. because it doesn't make it any better. Do you know what I mean? If anything, it just adds fuel to the fire that's trying to fucking deflame. Like, so yeah.
I mean, we choose to talk about these things knowing that can happen, but we also want to sort of be able to talk about very personal things that have happened in our lives without you lot sort of
getting yourself involved.
Oh, so if we can get that from you lot, and this is fucking, it sounds patronising when I'm saying this, but and this is just to like the 1%. This is literally to the 1%. But if we can get that level of like respect from you lot, where you will sort of see it for what it is, just allow us to tell our stories and not sort of do our bidding for us and take the action into your own hands. We'll tell you more stories and we'll tell you the personal stories, and we will. But we don't want to fucking. We've not got time for all that. You know what I mean? So that's basically it. But yeah,
that's it. I think it's been a good episode. If you have enjoyed this episode, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And
we listen to we read every single comment on these podcasts. So yeah, like I say, give us a like. Obviously, we care so much about how it's doing. I do apologise that this has been a late one. We've both had a lot of shit going on. Obviously, Shell's been ill.
Yeah. I was just about to say we do apologise for being 2 weeks late.
You fucking had like a mental breakdown recently. So
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So yes, as it is. We'll be back on schedule with the uploads as well. So we'll have a few clips out this week,
and then we'll have a podcast next week. Yeah,
like next week. Yeah. Anything else?
No. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Cheers.
See you later, boys.
Bye.
Oh, mate, 2 fucking hours.
Christ.
What the fuck? Ah. Fucking hell.